According to human wisdom, we identify that something over here seems to be missing or less, and then something over here seems to be maybe, according to human wisdom, out of proportion. There's more of it. And so then through critiquing, through the critical piece, we're just going to whack this mole, knock it down long enough for this one to grow up until we, like you said, think that they're equal. And so we're going to criticize this and but not according. Well, first, it's human wisdom in the sense that maybe this is supposed to be lesser, right? Maybe God has something that's supposed to be emphasized in His church. Maybe it's not just this androgenized equality over everything, steamrolling, everything. So first, according to human wisdom, we notice that something's lesser, and we just assume that everything's meant to be equal. And then the hammer that we use is the criticism, that critical piece, and we just hammer this down. So if we're in a church that we feel like the pastor's got too much authority, we're just going to really, really, be critical about that until we feel like the congregation has more of it. Or if we feel like there's too many old people, not enough young people, we're going to criticize an older generation and really, emphasize a younger generation and how much God cares about the youth and those kind of things. Is that kind of what you're getting at? Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, it's a huge deal. It's hard to articulate how bad critical theory and critical race theory are. Paul tells us in Colossians, see to it that no one takes you captive through hollow and deceptive philosophy. Right. And so the idea of these various isms that kind of set in upon us, and it's like a fog. It's not like a clear cut. Here's the error. I see they're coming for the deity of Christ. I see they're coming for the humanity of Christ. Rather, what we're dealing with is like epistemology, or how we know the truth, and then even the nature of reality. So ontology, what is. And so, as you were saying, there's so many directions where it goes wrong, and so many places where it goes wrong. One of which is what is equality? What is it? And we know, according to the Christian system, that it's not just everybody having the exact same stuff and looking exactly the same. I remember being at a TED Trip conference right when my wife and I were having our first child, and it was a parenting conference. And he had this line where he said, if you have the egalitarian system and the way you think about the world, and he wasn't just meaning like manhood and womanhood, but just your egalitarian worldview. He said the only way that you can have, the only way you can think about authority is you'll say, well, you can have authority over me if I let you have authority over me, or you can have authority over me if you're stronger than me. And he says, but there's no other way for you to be okay with authority in the world. And he says, but if you buy into the hierarchical system, which is the system God has made, there's hierarchy in the world. Well, then you can understand the goodness of hierarchy and authority and submission. And then again, it's going to have nuance. It depends on, are you talking about the family? You're talking about the church? Are you talking about civil society? Are you talking about just employment at Carrabba's, where there's a manager and then there's waiters and waitresses? But seeing that is the structure of the world helps you to think, okay, yes, so there's equality. There is justice. Someone's doing something and receiving the appropriate thing for what was done. That very foundational idea is just ripped out, torn away, thrown away. People aren't even thinking like that. And that's where you have biblical justice, which is trying to do what God would have us do. And then you have social justice, which is based on this materialistic understanding of the world, where equality is simply everybody having the same stuff.
Thanks for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, we hope that you'll take a moment and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can watch more content like this. Also, take a moment and give this video a like so that it can reach more people. And take a moment and click on the bell so that you'll be notified whenever we come out with new content. Thanks so much. God bless.